Hello students, today we are going to start a topic square and square roots from your class 8th. In this topic, first of all, we will be looking at some properties with respect to square of different numbers, and then we will be looking at different methods of finding the square root of any given number. So let us proceed. Before going to see the properties, let us first explore what is the meaning of the word square. Geometrically, the meaning of the word square is it is an quadrilateral which is having all sides equal as well as all angles are equal. So this is the geometrical meaning of the word square. All sides equal and all angles equal. Yes, so all angles are 90 degree and the length of all sides are equal. Let us suppose the length of the side is A. So if I have to find the area of this figure, how do I find it? I will write it area of square is equal to side square. Now when I am saying side square, it means I will be writing it as a square, which is nothing but a into a. That is, the side is getting multiplied with itself. So from that similar concept, algebraically or in algebra, square is obtained. A square of a number is obtained when the number is multiplied to itself. When the number is multiplied to itself. Meaning, if I am considering a number n and if I am multiplying n with itself, it could be read as n square, and the value whatever you will be getting here will be the square of that number. For example, let us take n as 4. Okay, so when I am multiplying 4 with itself, what do I get? I get it as 16. It means 4 into 4 could be written as 4 square, and which is nothing but 16. So 16 is the square value of this number 4. Okay, so what is a square? A square is a number which is obtained when a number is multiplied to itself. Okay, so this is algebraically what is the meaning of the square. Further, we can say that the next definition is of a perfect square. Now, which numbers are called as perfect square? Let us suppose m is square of a natural number n. Then m is called as perfect square. Meaning, the square of any natural number are called as perfect square. For example, let us take the value of n as 6. So what is square of 6? It is 36. So 36 will be a perfect square. Similarly, let us take 8. Square of 8, 64. So 64 is a perfect square. So perfect square are such numbers which are squares of the natural numbers. Okay, now in that case, then all the numbers has to be perfect square, isn't it? For example, let us consider a number root 3. What is square of root 3? It will be root 3 into root 3, that is nothing but 3. But 3 is not called a perfect square. It is not a perfect square. Even though it is a square of some number, but it is not called a perfect square. Why? Because it is square of an irrational number. What is the condition here? It should be square of a natural number. Root 3 is an irrational number. It is not a natural number, and hence square of root 3, which is 3, is not a perfect square, because all the numbers are definitely square of some numbers, isn't it? 1, square of 1. Okay, similarly 2, it is square of root 2. So that way all numbers could be square of their roots, but only those numbers which are square of natural numbers are called as perfect squares. Okay, now let us see some properties with respect to the squares of the number. Okay, before proceeding to that, let us write down the squares of certain numbers. Now here I have written square of numbers from 1 to 10 and 11 to 20. Now we are going to see one property with respect to such squares. From this we will be generalizing the property for the numbers. Now as you can see, if the units place digit is 1, the square is also having 1. Similarly, if the unit place of the digit is 1, the unit place of the digit for the square is also 1. So if units place digit is 1, the square of the digit is also having 1. What next? If the unit place of the digit is 2, the unit place in the square is having 4. If the unit place is 2, the unit place in the square is having 4. So if the unit digit of the number is 2, the square has 4 in the units place. What next? 3, 9, 3, 9. So if the unit digit is 3, the square will have 9 at its units place. If the units digit is 4, the square is having 6 at its units place. So 4, 6. Similarly 5, 5. Again, if the unit place of the digit is 6, the square is having 6 at its units place. Here also 6. But already we have a number or a digit which is having 6 at its units place in the square number. So here I will write, if the unit place of the digit is 4 or 6, in both the cases the square of the number will have 6 at its units place. Next one, 7, 9, 7, 9. So 9, when it comes, when the unit place of the digit is 3 or 7. So if it is having 3 or 7, for example, if I write 23. So I don't know what its square is, but I can definitely say that the square of the 23 will have 9 at its units place. Similarly, if I take 27, even for 27 also, the square of the number in its units place will have 9 as a unit digit. Similarly, 8, it is having 4, 4. So 4 is for 2. So I will write it here 2 or 8. 9, 1, 9, 1. So similarly, if the unit place of the digit is 1 or 9, then the square will have 1 at its units place. Now the last one, 0. What if the unit place of a number is having 0? Then definitely its square will also have 0 at its units place. Okay, so this becomes the first property which says that the numbers 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 and 0 will be occurring at the unit place of the square of the numbers. So what we can say, there are total how many digits? 10 digits from 0 to 9, isn't it? So which digits are not occurring in this table? 2, 3. Then I have 5, 6, then I have 7 also. Do I have 8? So 8 also. Apart from this 4, all other digits are here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 0. It means that if in any number these digits are present in the unit place, that number will certainly not be square of any number. That number which is having any one of these digits. If I say 1, 1, 5, 7, and my question is 1157 a square of any number? What I will do? First I will check whether this unit digit is among these 4 digits. So as I can see, the 7 digit is the same digit which will not occur as a square. It means I can definitely say that 1157 is not a square of any number. Why? Because it is having 7 at its unit place, and any number which is having 7, 2, 3 or 8 will not be square of any number. Okay, so that becomes the first property. But it can but the second thing, or the second part for the same property is, does it mean if any number are having any one of this unit digit, will it definitely be a square? Yes, I have that if 4 is present at the unit place of a square number, then it could be a square of a number which is having 2 or 8. Let us write down 24. Now, according to my rule, if 4 is present, then it has to be square. But is 24 a square? Square of 5 is 25, square of 4 is 16. So definitely 24 is not a square. What does it mean? It means that it is not compulsory that if any one of these digits are present in the unit place, then definitely that number will be a square. It can be, or it may or may not be a square. It may or may not be a square. But if these numbers, these digits are present in the units place, then definitely they are not the squares. But if they are present among these of the digits, it may or may not be a square. So that we have to find out. So just to tell whether a number is a square or not, I don't know whether it is exactly square or not. So what I can say, for this example, I can definitely say it is not a square. For this one, I can say it may or may not be a square. Suppose I add two more digits, because 24 I can directly say it is not a square. But if I write 1 2 2 4, so I have to check, isn't it? According to my property, there is a 4 present in the units place, so probably it may be a square also, but there are chances that it may not be a square. Just by having 4 at its units place, I cannot definitely say it is a square. So that says that having any one of the digits in the unit place makes the given number, it can be or it cannot be a square. But if these digits are present, they are definitely not a squares. So this is the first property. The next property says square of any number is always positive. Square of any number is always positive. It means it can never be negative. Even if you take square of a negative number, you will be getting a positive value itself. For a square of positive number, definitely you know the answer will be positive. So positive number into positive number, definitely I will get a positive number. But if I am taking a square of negative numbers, so negative into negative, what will be the answer? Yes, negative into negative, the property, when the number of negative numbers getting multiplied are even, the answer is positive. Now here there are two, so they are even, so definitely it will be positive. For example, minus 3 into minus 3, what do you get? Do you get it as minus 9? No, you get it as a plus 9. So even though the numbers are negative, but its squares are always positive. So which says the second property, the square of any number is always positive. The third property says square of even number is even, whereas square of odd numbers are odd, as you can check in the given table itself. What is square of 1? 1. 11, 121. What kind of number is 1? 1 is an odd number, and their squares are also odd numbers. 2, 4, 12, 144. So again, 2 is an even number, their squares are also even numbers. 4, 16, 14, 196. So which implies that if you are taking odd number, its square, your answer will be an odd number itself. And if you are taking square of an even number, your answer will always be an even number. So that is the next property. Square of odd numbers is odd and square of even numbers are even. Let us go to the next property, which says which tells us regarding the number of digits in the square of any number. Okay. So, if in a number there are m digits, if there are m digits in the given number, then there are 2m or 2m minus 1 digits in its square or in the square of the given number. Now what does it mean? Let us take one example. Which is the smallest 3-digit number? 100. Okay, what is square of 100? It is 10,000. And which is the largest 3-digit number? And what is square of 999? It is 998001. Okay, now coming back to our property. How many digits are they having? This is the smallest 3-digit number. So it is having 3 digits, and this is the largest 3-digit number. So it is having 3 digits. How many digits are there in its square? Here the number of digits are 5, whereas here the number of digits are 6. It means that all the 3-digit numbers, this is the smallest one and this is the largest one. So definitely they will be either having 5 digits or 6 digit. They will not have less than 5 because I have taken the smallest 3-digit number, and they will not have the number of digits greater than 6 because this is the largest 3-digit number, isn't it? Okay, so if you compare it with the property which says if there are m digits in the number, in this case how many digits the m will have the value? 3. So if there are m digits in the given number, in our case there are 3 digits in the given number, then in the square of the given number they will have 2m. So 2m means how much? That will be 2 into 3, which is equal to 6, or 2m minus 1, that is 6 minus 1, which is 5, which says that if there are 3 digits in the given number, its square will have either 5 digits or 6 digits. 5 or 6. Surely you cannot say how many digits will it have, but they will be definitely have either 5 or 6 digit, but they will not have less than 5 and they will not have more than 6 digit. Okay, so this is what the property says. So hence, if there are m digits in the given number, the square will have 2 times m or 2 times m minus 1. Let us consider for one more example. Suppose there are 5 digits in the number. Okay, so if there are 5 digits, its square will have 2 into 5, that is 10, or 10 minus 1, that is 9. So the square of the number, which is a 5-digit number, will have either 10 or 9 digits in its square. So that is the next property, telling you how many number of digits will be there depending upon the number of digits